Catching my face or anything on this, but I was sort of reflecting, and I was thinking about my kids and my exes and all that kind of stuff. And right now, it's been a while since I've heard from any of my kids except for Xavier, who's my 15-year-old, soon to be 16. Like Matt is 20, Oliver is 17, going on 18. 17 going on 18. As I said, Xavier. Brianna's 13, almost 14. July 5th. And then Jazzy, she's 11. Leo's 9. When I see Jazzy and Leo on Sundays, they're really happy. We have fun. I'm like, they have a really good time. They hug me a lot. And then I tell Jazzy, I was like, you can get a hold of me. I gave her my number. I wrote it down on a piece of paper. And she doesn't call me, but I think it's just because, they feel uncomfortable doing it. And I'm not saying, even with my older ones especially, like Oliver, Brianna, they've been off school for all this time. Matt's been not having to work for a while. I don't know what he's been up to, really. Excuse me. But they could all easily message me or answer back when I message them, and they don't. And I'm not mad about it anymore. I'm more or less... they're just making their own choice, and it's something that hopefully in the future, whenever it comes up, they'll realize that I didn't do anything. And I was always like right here to talk to them. Like, I've been here for you guys, saying, hey, I love you guys, what's going on, how you been? And no answer. And I can't make them answer me. I can't go to where they are and be like, come out and talk to me. So it means like there's really nothing I can do. My hands are tied in this situation. So I'm not gonna get depressed about it. It's okay. But then, like, even when it comes to their moms, like, their moms may not say anything bad about me, but their moms have made, like, that whole idea of, keeping a peaceful relationship for the kid's sake is not a very important thing. In fact, both of them have been the opposite, like, against the dad. And that's not a good kind of way to raise kids, like, that gets set in their minds, whether they do it on purpose or not. They've avoided having interactions with me. So it's like one of those things where whether they say they've talked bad about me or not, the way that they've reacted to things with me. And I've never entered, like, I can't say never, but in a long time, it's been a long time. And even when I was dating one or the other, or dating Brittany while I was with, or, my interactions with Jen while I was dating Brittany, and my interactions with both of them while I was dating Cindy weren't harsh. They wouldn't start harsh. I'd start with like, hey, I want to talk to you, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes they'd go good, and other times it depended on their attitude, their mood. And they'd always be like, why are you getting this way? I'm like, I'm not. I'm like, you look at that. You look for that in me, and you sort of like perpetuate it from me. But, that's what I say. That's my side of the story. But here's what the difference is, like, they don't understand where I'm coming from. What have either of them had to go without? Have any of them either been without? And this isn't a contest or a comparison thing. But I'm just saying, like, neither of them knows what it feels like to go without your kids, to know what it's like to be alone by yourself completely with nobody, not a significant other, like not a friend, not a parent or a family member who understands what you're going through, because my parents have been married their whole lives, so they don't even know, they have no idea what I'm going through or what I went through then. Like, and then the holding on to what I went through is gone. I don't care. But when I reflect on it, I think to myself, like, what really can I really do about it? Because, there's the guy lifting his lawnmower and putting it in the back of his bed there, so I didn't want to mess with him. But what can I really say? I mean, I have nothing against either of them, and I'm still open to talk to either of them, and I have been for years, at least 2.5, and I've been Mr. Peaceful for quite a long time, if you want to call me anything. I am all peace. Like, I have nothing to say but peace. And when I get angry, it's because the moment caused it. I'm in the moment. When I try to talk to somebody and they're not listening, and the only time I've yelled is because I over-yelled somebody not listening. Like, I'm just trying to talk to you, damn it! That kind of stuff, It was really stupid, unimportant, nothing that really should have been an issue. That if any person really understood that tempers flare and emotions run wild when meaningful situations come up, especially when it's you're keeping my kids away from me. You expect me to be like, all right. And when you're going to just be like, I don't feel like talking about it. Well, guess what? This is the only option I would get. Like, with either of them, I wouldn't see them for 6 months. You know, and they wouldn't get out and talk to me when they dropped off the kids, picked up the kids. And if they did, it would be really, like, avoiding anything I'd say. And, you know, to avoid having an interaction or conflict, I would just make it minimal. But then there'd be times where I'm like, you know, this can't keep going this way. So I'd be like, we need to talk. And then as soon as I'd say we need to talk, they'd be like, whoa, what are you going to do? And then they would get angry. And that's not my fault. Like, what am I supposed to do? So therefore, you think I'm going to be happy about the whole situation? I'm like, yeah, I haven't seen my kids in a half a year or a year. These situations that I've been going through with exes throughout the years, like a year at a time, a year here, a year there, 6 months here. I mean, it's not okay. It's not. So how am I supposed to present myself to them in a peaceful, like, yeah, no problem, no big deal. Yeah, sure, you know? And that's not how it works. It doesn't go that way. So during all those times, I was trying to be the best I could and be calm and nice and peaceful, but I was losing my children. And now I don't see them at all, which it hurts when I really play the Dan Alexander personal feelings. I mean, I do have feelings and I love my kids, but I can't let that be the thing that propels my life to where it goes, because I have many things to do, and I'm more than just a dad. And I would love to be a dad more often, every day, if they would talk to me. You know, I'd message them every day, and I did for a while, and it got annoying to me to call and text and not have any answers. And I don't know why. Still don't know why. I don't know if I'll ever know why. And their answer will be like, I don't know. I just didn't feel like it. Like when Xavier would ask them, they like, you know, talking just like sibling to sibling. He'd be like, they really didn't say why. They just say that they don't know. Oliver didn't want to come because he didn't want to meditate. Well, then let's not meditate. Tell me what you want to do and we'll do that. I say that. What do you want to do? We'll do that. I told him, hey, I'd love to finish building that treehouse you started 2 years ago. Brianna, I just say, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? I'll take you there and do it. You know what I mean? Like, and not because I want to buy her off, but I just want to spend time with her. No answers. Nothing. And I send them meaningful things. When I'm with Jazzy and Leo, I'm like, I'll take you guys anywhere you want to go. Just call me and text me and let me know. You know what I mean? And they won't. They don't. I don't understand it. But it's just what it is. But like, when I think about it, I understand that whatever they hold on in their minds is who they think I am. And they're all very wrong about it. And it's fine. But I mean, I could improve their lives. I could add to their lives. I'm not saying that I just want to come in and touch this, touch that, and fix it. But I just want to, like, be part of it. They're my kids, you know? Even my exes, I want to be part of their lives. You know, I have nothing wrong with either of them. Anyway, I guess that's all I'm going to say about that. Just one of the things, it's not like, you know, I didn't choose to just keep working jobs and living in vehicles in order to pay child support. And they just don't understand how hard that is, because all the other bills, you know, it may not have seemed like that much at times, but when you got way behind and then had to find another job because jobs don't pay as much as you need to pay out. You got to make a whole bunch of money to pay it out and don't have anything left for yourself. You know what I mean? There's times where I didn't have anything. And I didn't go drink and party and smoke weed and shit like that. I couldn't afford it. I couldn't do any of that stuff for years. You know what I mean? But I would when I'd go out to parties because people would give it to me. And it was the only time I felt like I could get away and relax. And that really didn't affect what I was doing on a daily basis. My kids never took second place to anything. Not one day. Not one day. And they may think they have. They may think I filled them with false hope because I couldn't accomplish getting the house, getting the place that I wanted. But it wasn't just me, you know. And now that I can, they're nowhere to be found. So I'm just going to get a good place and be like, hey guys, you can come stay here. Because then I see where their true colors are now. I don't want to say that about my own kids, but I guess I don't have no better way to put it. I know what they intend. And if they would come stay with me, it would just be to have a place to stay, sit in a room and do nothing. And I can't have that. But I would love for them to interact with me and start building a relationship, and then we'd go from there. But till that day, I'm just waiting and loving them for what they are and who they are. So, I guess that's all I got to say about that.